Hi guys, we are here at the shop and today we're going to take a look at the new bins. I did manage to get the castings harvested over the weekend and got the new bin set up and got the old feeder bin transferred over to the finishing bin. It's going to be a while before it gets finished though, because it's a mess. So let's take a look at the new bin. Kind of dark over here, so hopefully the flash on the camera will kind of show it. So this is a paper only bin, and I'm going to keep this one paper only other than food, and just so we can watch it get turned to dirt. It's a pretty cool process. It takes a while. I just put some fine dirt in here, swept the floor, and anytime I get the fine dust off the floor, I like to put it in here because it's perfectly perfect for worms. So, as we know, I started this paper being worked over by 200 worms. After I dumped everything in here, I set it on top of the finishing bin like it's supposed to be. Set it up over here in this one. For 2 days I left it sit there, and now I've separated it again because this bin has so much work that needs left. I had fed it pretty big before I decided to go ahead and harvest the castings in the other one and move everything over. So this one's going to take a while to work through and get it ready for finished. Once the greens in here, which are a bunch of okra leaves and okra leaf stems, once those are gone and the paper's gone, I would say this one will be ready for finishing, but I think it's going to take a while. So I have no idea how many worms are in the feeding bin right now, or what will eventually be the feeding bin. I started with 200, left it on there for 2 days, so I don't know exactly how many came up during that time. I'm going to assume there's at least 400 in here. This little cup, as I was finishing the compost, as I was harvesting the compost rather, as I found eggs, I put them in here. I just wanted to keep an eye on the eggs, or the what they call cocoons, but I don't really understand why they call them cocoons, because to me a cocoon is made from the animal or insect or whatever itself, and you know, these, just like eggs, are made by their mother and house their babies. I don't know why they call them cocoons, but that's what they call them, is cocoons. But to me, it seems like they would be eggs. So anyway, I put all the eggs in here. I don't know if you can see them on the video or not. There's probably 30 or 40. Just the ones that I spotted as I was doing the harvesting. And some worms do crawl in there, and that's okay. That don't bother me. But I just wanted... Where's my camera at here? There it is. I just wanted to keep an eye on the eggs a little better. And so I thought, well, I'll put them in this cup, make sure and keep them moist, and we'll just keep an eye on them and see how they do. So that little cup's full of eggs, and we'll dig through and see if we can... Why does it seem like this is all zoomed in? Nope. Okay, we'll dig through here just a little bit, see if we can find some worms. See how dense the population is. It's so hard to see on camera, especially in this multicolored paper cardboard mix. Over here, see what we see. Whoa. Kind of sitting in a kind of a precarious way. Some down there. Boy, it is hard to see on camera, ain't it? It's not too densely populated, but they are everywhere. You know, all throughout. It just may not be very thick. A handful here. So you can see when I hold the material up, there is some coffee in here. I put 1 K-cup worth in here this morning. So a tiny little bit of this is coffee probably. But well, I'll just grab from over here where there is no coffee. And we'll take a look. And we can see that they're working pretty hard at converting all this paper over to castings. So this is going to be interesting to watch as they work through all this paper and get it turned to dirt. So we'll keep an eye on that as they're doing that. What is going across the camera? Little dust particles? Alright, but I do got some food here to feed them. Some cucumbers. I've only got a few because I don't know how many worms are in here. I'm going to kind of use this little feeding as a means to measure how much these guys need to eat. So we'll put that much little cucumber slices in here, and then we'll just see how long it takes them to get through it. We'll cover the area with these paper towels. I don't know why, just because they're there. And we'll put the little cover back on. Alright, now there should be some happy worms. Let's just take a little peek through what will be the finishing box and see if and how much worms are still in here. Little piece of squash peel. Oh, they're not very dense in here, are they? There might have been more go up to that top bend than I thought. But they could all be around the food. All the food is kind of on this other side, so let's bring that up and see. It's not, it don't seem like it's all that dense. So I have about 10,000 worms, but I have a large area for the worms. So it don't, sometimes it just don't look like I've got 10,000 worms because there's so much material for them to live in. 10,000 worms, really, compared to a lot of people who make videos, is a pretty small amount. But, you know, next year it'll likely be 20,000. You know, the populations grow pretty quick now that they're making cocoons again. We'll see how they do. But I think I'll move this slow going okra over to this other bin. And we'll just let these guys work at it. This is a core to a cabbage, and it's been extraordinarily slow to break down, but we'll leave it in there. And flatten this stuff back out a little bit. What's this? I do not know. The worms seem to like it. I think it's just paper. Okay, we'll bury that again. Give it back to the wormies. It's made of skin. Okay, well, that's a look at the worm bins for today. And I'll keep you posted on the paper bin, and maybe show an update every few days, depending on how quickly they're getting through it. Maybe once a week if they're not getting through it too quick. But I'll let you know on that cucumbers how quickly they're getting through it, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.